Iran has no air defenses. Iran has no air force. Iran has no navy. Their missiles, their missile launchers, and drones being destroyed or shot out of the sky. With every passing hour, we know, and we know they know, that the military capabilities of their evil regime are crumbling. We will keep pressing. We will keep pushing, keep advancing. No mercy for our enemies.
Iran closes the Strait of Hormuz. 20% of the world's oil gone. Global markets collapse overnight, and the United States responds with 5 weapons so devastating most people don't even know they exist. The last one? It changes the entire equation. Here's what most people don't understand. The Strait of Hormuz is not just a body of water. It's a 21-mile choke point sitting between Iran and Oman, and nearly 1/5 of all the oil on planet Earth passes through it every single day. Every single day. Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, the UAE, all of their oil exports flowing through that one narrow passage. If it closes, gas prices explode, economies freeze, allies panic. And the United States military activates options that most governments don't even want to think about. Because Washington has made one thing crystal clear for decades. The Strait of Hormuz stays open, no matter what it takes. So what does no matter what it takes actually look like? 5 weapons, deployed in sequence, each one more terrifying than the last. Let's count them down. Number 5. The weapon with a nickname that tells you everything you need to know. The mother of all bombs. Its real name is the GBU-43/B Massive Ordnance Air Blast, but nobody calls it that. Because when something earns the title Mother of All Bombs, the nickname sticks. This is the largest non-nuclear bomb in the United States military arsenal. Let that sink in. Largest non-nuclear bomb on Earth. It weighs over 21,000 pounds. It stretches nearly 30 feet long. And when it detonates, it doesn't just destroy a building. It obliterates everything within a 1-mile radius. 1 mile in every direction, gone. The blast creates a shockwave so powerful it collapses underground bunkers without even penetrating the surface. It sucks the oxygen system. If tensions escalate into open conflict over the strait, military analysts suggest the MOAB becomes an immediate option, not just as a weapon, but as a signal, a statement. This is only number 5. At number 4, something far more precise, far more quiet, and far more terrifying because of it. The Tomahawk cruise missile. If the MOAB announces the U.S. is coming, the Tomahawk is already there before you knew anything was happening. These missiles have been in service since the 1980s, and they have been improved, upgraded, and refined into something almost supernatural in their capability. The Tomahawk flies at 550 miles per hour, just below the speed of sound, skimming so low to the surface that radar systems struggle to detect it until it's already too late. It has a range of over 1,500 miles, 1,500 miles. That means a U.S. submarine sitting silently somewhere in the Arabian Sea, not visible, not trackable, not even suspected, can fire a Tomahawk that reaches a target deep inside Iranian territory with enough precision to fly through a specific window of a specific building. That's not an exaggeration. The modern Tomahawk Block V variant carries GPS guidance, terrain-following navigation, and real-time targeting updates. It can be redirected mid-flight. Mid-flight. Someone changes the target after the missile is already in the air, and the missile adjusts. In a worst-case scenario involving the Strait of Hormuz, the opening move would almost certainly be Tomahawks, dozens of them, launched simultaneously from submarines, destroyers, and cruisers positioned throughout the region. Iran's radar installations, its anti-ship missile batteries, its command and control centers, all of them hit within the same 60-second window, before anyone on the ground has time to react, before a single aircraft takes off, before a single order is given. The Tomahawk doesn't win wars, but it tears the enemy's defenses apart before the real fight even begins. And the real fight? That's coming at number 3. Now it gets worse. Number 3. 2 aircraft, 1 answer. The F-35 Lightning II and the F-22 Raptor. These aren't just fighter jets. They're flying computers wrapped in stealth technology so advanced that ground radar systems frequently can't detect them until they're directly overhead. By then, it's over. The F-22 Raptor is the purest air superiority fighter ever built. Its job is simple: own the sky, clear every Iranian fighter, every drone, every threat in the air before they get anywhere near U.S. assets or Allied shipping lanes. The F-22 can cruise at supersonic speeds without even engaging its afterburners. It can outturn, outclimb, and outmaneuver virtually anything in the Iranian Air Force. And it does all of this while remaining nearly invisible to radar. Nearly invisible, flying faster than sound, armed with missiles that can track and destroy targets beyond visual range. Iran never sees it coming. Then comes the F-35. Where the F-22 clears the sky, the F-35 owns everything below it. The F-35 is the most advanced multi-role combat aircraft on Earth. It can conduct air-to-air combat, it can strike ground targets with precision-guided bombs, it can gather and share intelligence in real time across an entire battlefield network. It's not just a weapon, it's a flying command center. In any Strait of Hormuz confrontation, F-35s would be conducting simultaneous strikes on Iran's coastal missile systems, its naval assets, its radar networks, all while feeding targeting data to ships, submarines, and other aircraft in real time. The entire Iranian defensive picture gets dismantled simultaneously from multiple directions. And here's what makes this truly frightening. The U.S. doesn't operate alone. Allies in the region, including Israel and several Gulf states, also fly the F-35. A coordinated response wouldn't just be American, it would be a coalition, sharing data, sharing targets, hitting from every angle at once. Military analysts who study Gulf conflict scenarios consistently flag the F-35 and F-22 combination as the element that would make Iranian resistance unsustainable within the first 72 hours. 72 hours, 3 days to collapse a nation's air and coastal defenses. But that still assumes Iran has underground bunkers to retreat to. That assumption is about to be destroyed. And then, number 2. This one is different, because everything we've talked about so far, the MOAB, the Tomahawks, the stealth fighters, all of them deal with surface-level threats. But Iran has spent decades building underground, deep underground. Hardened bunkers buried under hundreds of feet of reinforced concrete, fortified command centers dug into mountain rock, nuclear research facilities that were specifically designed to survive conventional airstrikes. The entire Iranian military strategy assumes that if things go badly on the surface, there's always somewhere to go beneath it. The massive Ordnance Penetrator, the MOP, was built specifically to destroy that assumption. This bomb weighs 30,000 pounds. 30,000 pounds. It's over 20 feet long, and it doesn't explode on impact. It burrows. The MOP is dropped from altitude, reaches speeds of hundreds of miles per hour during freefall, and then drives itself through concrete, rock, and steel before detonating deep inside whatever is buried below. How deep? 200 feet of reinforced concrete. It punches through 200 feet of reinforced concrete and then detonates inside the structure on the other side. The bunker doesn't protect you from the MOP. The bunker is the target. The U.S. Air Force specifically developed the MOP with Iranian underground facilities in mind. Public defense analysis from multiple think tanks has confirmed this. It was engineered to defeat the exact type of hardened infrastructure Iran has spent billions of dollars building. One B-2 bomber can carry 2 of them. 2 MOPs, 2 underground facilities, 1 mission, 1 aircraft. In a conflict scenario involving the Strait of Hormuz, where escalation reaches its highest level, the MOP signals something specific. Nowhere is safe. Not underground, not inside a mountain, not behind 200 feet of steel-reinforced concrete. Nowhere. But even the MOP has to be delivered by something, and the thing that delivers it is the most terrifying weapon on this entire list. But the most dangerous of all, number 1, the B-2 stealth bomber. There is no aircraft like it on Earth. Not even close. The B-2 doesn't look like a plane. It looks like something that shouldn't exist. A flying wing, smooth and dark, with no vertical tail, no sharp angles, no features that radar can grab onto. It was designed from the very beginning to be invisible. And it works. The B-2 has a radar cross-section roughly equivalent to a large bird. A large bird. An aircraft that weighs 336,000 pounds and carries 40,000 pounds of weapons, and radar sees it the size of an eagle. It flies at 50,000 feet, above most threats, above most weather, above the detection range of nearly every ground-based radar system Iran operates. It can fly over 6,000 miles without refueling. With refueling, essentially unlimited range. The B-2 can take off from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri and strike a target anywhere on the planet without landing. Then it turns around and comes home. From Missouri to Iran and back without ever being detected. This isn't hypothetical. In 1999, B-2s flew non-stop from Missouri to Yugoslavia and back, a 30-hour round trip, striking targets with near-perfect precision before anyone on the ground had any warning that an aircraft was even in the area. Imagine that in a Strait of Hormuz scenario. Iran's military wakes up one morning, nothing unusual on radar, no aircraft detected, no alerts triggered. And then, without warning, critical infrastructure begins disappearing. Underground bunkers collapse from the inside, command centers go dark, communication networks fail, and still nothing on radar. Nothing. The B-2 can carry conventional precision-guided bombs. It can carry the MOAB. It can carry 2 massive Ordnance penetrators. It can carry nuclear weapons. 19 operational B-2s exist, all of them stationed in Missouri, all of them capable of reaching Iran in a single mission. In any conflict scenario involving the Strait of Hormuz, where Washington decides full escalation is necessary, the B-2 is the weapon that ends the argument. Not because it wins a battle, because it makes the enemy realize the battle was already over before it started. You never saw it coming. You never will. So here's where we are, a 21-mile stretch of water, one of the most contested choke points on the planet, and 5 weapons sitting in the U.S. arsenal that could already in the air before you knew there was a threat. The F-35 and F-22, dismantling defenses from the sky before a ground war ever begins. The massive Ordnance Penetrator, reaching 200 feet underground to destroy what was supposed to be untouchable. And the B-2 Spirit, invisible, unstoppable, and already gone by the time anyone realizes it was there. This is what modern military power actually looks like. Not flags, not speeches, not press conferences. Silent, precise, overwhelming. The Strait of Hormuz isn't just a geography lesson, it's a pressure point, and the tension around it has been building for decades. Every move in that region carries weight. Every decision echoes across global markets, alliances, and military positions that most people never think about. Because here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. The weapons exist, the plans exist, the capability exists. The only thing standing between the world we have now and the scenario we just walked through is a decision. One decision, made in a room most of us will never see, by people most of us will never meet. This isn't just about one waterway. It's about how fast the world can change overnight. If this hit different, subscribe, because the next video goes even deeper.